Good morning everyone, and welcome back to Craft Eccentricity. And I've been missing in action for a couple of days. Well, on Monday I had a doctor's appointment and some new medication, and on Tuesday I just felt too ill from the new medication. So here we are, wonderful Wednesday, and I've got a Panalisa project share part of and a kind of how to. So this one was asked for quite a bit, and this is a closet or an armoire or a wardrobe or a cupboard. It can be in any theme you want. It can be cute and sweet. It could be a vintage style pantry cupboard, so you've got some vintage labels and little jars or what have you going on inside. You know those little pie cupboards that they used to have? And it does come with doors, but there's all kinds of ways that you can adapt that. If you've got one, you have to excuse my throat. If you've got one of those really fine sort of like grid dyes, like chicken wire, you could put that in there, so it's like a vintage pie safe. So there's all kinds of ways that you can use this. Now I've already used those bits to speed it up, and also these, and of course the door. And you also get two sizes of hinge, which is useful because you can do it to just the smaller one and layer that up if you want to, but I'm using the bigger one. So let me show you what I've done so that you're not too confused. Right, so I've done the little closet. I'm going to call it a closet, and I've used Panalisa's camouflagey, collagey, absolutely gorgeous, really bright. And as I said when I first showed these, if you're into doing your ATCs, these are absolutely perfect because you're going to get a different design on every card from, you know, each section of these papers. They are just really, really beautiful. So it was this pack that I used, and I think I'll link this pack below as the pink pack. I'm pretty sure I did, either that or the green pack. Yeah, one or the other. More likely to be green. And I've actually done a green edge on mine because I only really get to use this cardstock at Christmas. So I thought, nah, there's a lot of green in that, so I'm going to go green. I use craft cardstock, and I use my Distress walnut ink and black soot just to go off on the edges. And then inside I've got that absolutely gorgeous Art Nouveau lady. Now mine is very simple because you can cut panels and decorate the insides of these doors and get really, really carried away. But what I wanted to show you was this bit, which is what will allow you to keep adding layers if you cut an aperture inside. So I'm going to do it so that I could make a stand-up card. So I've actually cut two, and I have folded one. I haven't scored it yet with my bone folder, but you know me. And those two wings will fold out. So I just want to show you that and show you from that view, so that if you're ever making one and you need to pause, you can see how it's supposed to look. So that's the way that they need to be. And of course, because I want it as a stand-up card, I need a back. So I have cut a back, and I'm putting my scruffy part to the inside because it is a mirror image, so it will look pretty on the front and it will be a nice smooth cut on the back. Right, so my bone folder, yes indeed, these do fold very easily. They've got a lovely score line, so just fold it in half. That's all you need to do. And then these bits, fold them over. So these are like your little wings, and these go flush up to your edge, and I'm going to show you that in a second. So once you've got that done, you have to be good, and you have to use your bone folder. And I don't know about you, but I have got 95% humidity here today, and you can quite literally pick my paper up and wring it out. I'm going to go and plug my dehumidifier in a bit, but you know, I've had my windows open, so I didn't really want to plug that in as well, because otherwise you've got a huge waste of electricity. Right, so that is the bit that will go inside of your card. Sorry, it goes that way around. And as you can see, I've just put that the wrong way around. So they will go like that. So they act like a hinge. So I've only used narrow tape, and really I should add some glue down there if I'm going to be doing it properly. So I'm going to stick to this side first, and I'm just going to peel my first one off. And you have to forgive me if I go off camera a little bit. I just want to get it kind of straight to me. So I've got that one down, and that's what that will look like when you stick it down. And then I'm going to do this one so that all of your bits are on the inside, if you know what I mean, and your outside is nice and flush. Now I'm trying to make sure that it's level with the other one. Pick that up. You're usually alright until you press, if you know what I mean. And because I've got so much humidity, I can actually peel it up and stick it back down. So I am squeezing that, and then onto your top bit here will go your closet. Your closet doors will go on top like that. So I'm just going to bone fold that again. You can also use these like book hinges. You know, there's all sorts of bits that you can just pull out and use independently. And now exactly the same as I've done below, but this time you need to make sure that your feet are straight. So I'm going to go in there, and it's just scooting around on me. I'll do it sideways and see if I can do it that way and push it together. Hopefully that is better. No, it's not. See how skew-iff that is. The joys of working in the damp. So that's my first one. And give that a squish. And then we're going to do the second one, which should be a lot easier because the first one's already attached. I'm hoping I can hold this one down with my finger. I think that's it. And if you're going offline, don't worry. There we go. And we're going to bone fold that one. And flip it over and do exactly the same. Let's go down there so you've got a nice firm bond. And now you've got something that I'm going to hold it that way around. A bit like you've made a paper bag, do you know what I mean? So that it will stand up for you. It is now a stand-up card. You can see that there. And it does stand up beautifully. But you can use these smaller dies here, these smaller frame dies, and cut apertures all the way through, and then add as many of these as you want to. So you could end up with something all the way back here, depending on how many of these that you choose to use. But isn't that awesome? I absolutely love that. But as I said, you can do it in all different styles. I use Panalisa's lovely collage paper, but it could be cut in pink, you know, and all little cute things. And you, if you've got any baby dress dies and things like that, little rattles or something, you could have all those arranged on the inside. But it can also be, like I said, you know, a vintage kitchen piece, a pie safe, or cut all in black and glossy stuff. And it could be a Halloween potion closet with all your potion bottles and or your little bats or something dangling around in there. So whatever theme really you want to use it for. But I'm going to measure it now because I've made it. And at the top of the arch there and down to the feet is 5 3/4 inches. So it really is a gorgeous size. And if you're using nice weight cardstock, it just makes up and stands up beautifully. And that is 4 inches. So it's a perfect, you know, gift giving hard size. I absolutely love that. Love it, love it. Right, I thank you so much for joining me today, and I'm definitely back again tomorrow. So I do thank you so much for joining me, and as usual, all links below. Have an absolutely awesome day. Bye.